Hey spoiler friends. Welcome back to the Moments the Movie channel. Here we will discuss the plot of the film that you will definitely like. There's nothing wrong with subscribing to this channel. In this episode we will discuss the plot of the film with the theme of ninja. This film is titled Ninja Assassin, which was released in 2009. Then this film tells about the ninja in modern times as it is today. It turns out that there are still ninja clans hidden and still exist working as assassins since thousands of years ago until now. This film is directed by James McTeague, starring a handsome actor who looks like me, Rain, and several other big names like Naomi Harris, Ricky Uni and Sung Kong. Okay, no need to linger anymore. Let's just get into the storyline of the Ninja Assassin movie. At the beginning of the film, we see the head of the Yakuza Meisei Club located in Osaka, tattooing his back. He looks annoyed because he feels pain when getting tattooed. The old tattooist said, for example, someone is annoyed and in pain when getting a tattoo, then the person is not suitable to live in a harsh environment. The Yakuza leader is angry and feels humiliated. Then one of his subordinates came carrying a letter containing black sand. The old man looked scared to see the black sand that came out of the letter. It signifies something terrible is about to happen. The Yakuza leader and his men laughed and thought it was a joke. The old man told me that once someone also received an envelope containing the same black sand. Then a terrible thing happened. They appeared from behind everyone's shadow dead. The old man then showed the scar on his chest visible, the scar on the left side of the chest. The old man said he was lucky his heart was not like the average person, and is located on the chest on the right. In the middle of his chest is a ninja tattoo to remind himself of that terrible incident. The Yakuza laughed hearing stories about ninjas in the modern era like today. Then suddenly the head of one of the Yakuza members split open. They were all shocked and scared. They screamed. The lights went out. There was the sound of swords swinging everywhere without seeing the figure they were facing. One by one the members of the Yakuza club fell. The Yakuza leader fired a gun at Semarang in a panic. He was so scared he said he would pay anything to the ninja he faced as long as he didn't kill him. But no answer at all. The old man said that it was futile to negotiate with these creatures because they were not humans but demons who were sent from hell. While in a panic, then the hand of the Yakuza leader suddenly severed and his head was slashed by an invisible weapon. He died instantly. Very terrible. Then from behind the shadow appeared the figure of the ninja who meant the ninja walked up to the old man with cold eyes. The ninja without further ado immediately let go of the old man. Then moved in the city of Berlin at the headquarters of Europol. An investigative agent named Mika Coretti met his boss named Maslow. He gave the results of his research on mysterious murders that occurred recently, starting from the incident where the Queen of Korea was killed in the 1800s by members of the Ozunu ninja clan. Mika investigated the transcript of the defendant's trial where the prosecutor asked about the payment of 45.3 kilograms of gold to the Ozunu clan, which after that was never discussed again until now. The amount is the same as rumors circulating where a Yakuza group paid 45.3 kilograms of gold to the Ozunu clan, which resulted in Yakuza Meisei Club massacre located in Osaka. Earlier, Mika thinks this clan is thousands of years old and has never changed in respecting the life of the prey. Then Mika explores deeper. Mika finds a connection to the incident of the death of Russian Prime Minister Zhukov with the Ozunu clan. The day before the murder there was a mysterious transfer from a Shanghai bank totaling exactly 45.3 kilograms today. Mika said that the Ozunu clan is not a myth but real. The clan kidnaps street children and trains them into killing machines. Maslow feels this whole thing doesn't make sense. He can't believe it yet. Then moved to a laundry machine rental location. I saw a man washing clothes. Beside him is a woman who is trying to ask the man for help. When the man approached him, he asked, What clan are you from? What are you doing in Berlin? The woman looks shocked. Then the woman immediately attacked the man. There was a fight there using a small knife. Then the owner of the laundry checks the situation. He found a strange thing. In one of his laundry machines, blood came out of the laundry machine. There was a dead human body in it. Back to Micah's place. Micah and Maslow are seen having lunch together on the side of the road. Maslow said that he was investigating further Micah's findings in the death of the Russian Prime Minister a few years ago. With information on his Russian KGB network, he found reports of a high-ranking KGB agent named Alexei Sabatin. The report discusses political assassinations perpetrated by a sophisticated ancient network, called the Nine Clans. Micah then asked how the fate of Alexei Sabatin. Maslow said the agent was expelled from service on the grounds of a mental disorder. Micah is finally relieved Maslow believes in the results of his research. Moved to the man who was at the laundry. His name is Rizzo. Rizzo enters his apartment, in which there are various ninja weapons. Rizzo is a ninja.
Inside Rizzo's apartment remembered his past. During the leadership of Ozunu, Lord Ozunu introduced himself as a child in front of the other Ozunu clan disciples. In another memory, Lord Ozunu is seen telling his disciples to control his body. Pain, hunger, thirst, including limbs, blood, and skin are things that must be mastered. Then Ozunu is seen slashing his palm with a knife. Then he clasped his hands and chanted some ninja spells. Then when he opened it, the cut on his palm had disappeared. Heal by itself.
That's the strength of the Ozunu clan. That's their ninja way. In the afternoon it was seen that Rizzo had succeeded in paralyzing his friend in a battle. Ozunu says that life is a battle. Rizzo, who was a street child who was abandoned by his parents, struggled to survive until he finally won because in the battle against the enemy he had to be without hesitation or mercy. To survive must learn not to be afraid. Adult Rizzo always practice mastering his body. Then the memory goes back to the past where little Rizzo had to walk on a special floor in order to walk silently. When little Rizzo failed and the floor made a sound, Ozunu then hit little Rizzo's leg until it bled. That night little Rizzo could not sleep because of pain. Then seen one of Rizzo's friends named Kiriko treating the wounds on Rizzo's legs. Those wounds still linger until Rizzo grows up. Elsewhere, Micah meets the wife of Alexei Sabatin, a KGB agent who makes a report linking the death of the Russian Prime Minister to Nine Clans. Alex's wife said that in the past Alex's report caused problems in his career. After Alex's report surfaced, Alex's behavior was not as usual. Alex looked scared. He put locks in every crevice of his house. Alex installed cameras and motion sensors everywhere. Alex put lights everywhere. There can't be a shadow, Alex says.
One day a man came to Alex's house. They talked for a while and then left. Alex's wife said that Alex was a member of the Russian intelligence service. Alex is not a man who is easily afraid. Then when Alex's wife met her husband there was a very frightened look in Alex's eyes. Then Alex stood up, saying that Alex really loves her. His wife. Alex's wife says that Alex is dead. Before he died there was a blackout incident and Alex's wife didn't want to continue the story anymore. Alex's wife then gave Micah the research file that Alex had left behind. Micah's house opens Alex's file. There are various kinds of evidence that ninjas are real. Then there is a CCTV recording tape when it is set to see Rizzo's face in it. Moved to Rizzo's apartment. He is seen practicing using a sword and Kusarigama looks angry in Rizzo. Rizzo then remembered his past back when he was a teenager as a student of Ozunu. Rizzo fights with his peers. Initially Rizzo can control the fight, but his opponent uses cunning methods that can finally defeat Rizzo. Then Ozunu approached Rizzo that what he felt was not real pain. Then Ozunu pressed the inside of Rizzo's stomach and said that this is real pain. Rizzo was seen screaming in pain. Ozunu told Rizzo to endure the pain. Until nightfall the pain didn't go away. In the morning when Ozunu met Rizzo, it looked Rizzo had mastered the pain.
Mika moves to Mika's place. Mika's office is met by Agent Zabransky. He asks if Agent Maslow has been acting strange lately. Zabransky said that a heavy workload can bring stress and mental fatigue. Mika then met Maslow. Apparently Maslow was also met by Zabransky's agent and asked the same thing to Mika. Mika said that someone was watching them, and don't want them to continue their investigation of this 9 clans case. Maslow said that this case was not a random case. Many important people in the world were involved in it. The murderous clans were protected by unscrupulous rulers. Maslow then told Mika to be more careful. In the evening, Mika comes home, examines Alex's report file. There it is written in an ancient scroll in the 14th century. A Muslim explorer named Ibn Battuta visited one of the 9 oldest clans named the Black Sand Clan. In a secluded Sido hidden behind the snowy mountains, Ibn Battuta saw the dinner celebration accompanied by a martial arts fight performance of 2 small children under the age of 10.
Then moved to Rizzo's place. While on the trip, Rizzo remembered his past with Kiriko. Seen Kiriko cut the bonsai rope. Rizzo, who saw it, immediately approached Kiriko and said that Kiriko would be punished for his actions. Kiriko said that the heart of the tree will know where they will grow. Rizzo replies that trees don't have a heart, whereas according to Kiriko all living things have a heart. Rizzo then replied again that he did not have a heart. Then Kiriko put his ear to Rizzo's chest, then said that Kiriko could hear Rizzo's heartbeat and said his heart missed Rizzo. Rizzo didn't believe it either. Kiriko then told Rizzo to listen to his heartbeat hum.
Then at one time young Rizzo was seen in his blindfold by Ozunu. Rizzo must be able to live without the sense of sight for a whole year. Rizzo fights only by relying on his sense of hearing. At first Rizzo couldn't adjust, but then Rizzo's sense of hearing was able to increase sharply and could fight without seeing. Rizzo is able to hear his opponent's movements and can defeat him. At night at rest, with his hearing ability, Rizzo is able to listen to Kiriko's heartbeat, which is beating in rhythm with his heartbeat. Rizzo smiled. On another day, Kiriko seems to be able to beat his opponent in a fight. Then Ozunu orders Kiriko to slash his opponent with a knife. But Kiriko refuses. Ozunu then cuts Kiriko's cheek and punishes Kiriko. That night the poor Rizzo met Kiriko in the punishment box. Rizzo gives a drink of water to Kiriko, who looks thirsty. Another day, one night it rained heavily. Rizzo saw Kiriko was not in bed. Rizzo then chased Kiriko, who was about to run away. Rizzo tries to stop Kiriko's action because the consequences will be fatal. But Kiriko continues his action to escape, because the real life is out there. Kiriko then continued her stunt climbing up the wall to escape from that place. Moving to an adult Rizzo, he is seen walking with a photo of Mika with an address written on the back. Meanwhile at Mika's place, Maslow warns Mika of the dangers that await them. Because Maslow has never been as suspicious as he is now during his career. He was checked by the Profos of Domestic Defense, CIA, and others arrived. Maslow then ordered Mika to leave and provided him with a gun. When he got home, it turned out that Mika's house was in the middle of a power outage. In a pitch black house, unexpectedly, Mika finds a grain envelope containing black sand in it.
Not long after that, a ninja was seen swinging a sword at him and was restrained by something. It turned out that there were 2 ninjas there. There was a fight between the 2 ninjas. They fought in the dark scene. One of the ninjas successfully incapacitated. Then a voice warns Mika that more is coming. They won't stop until Mika dies. The voice said that he would help Mika. Then a human figure appears from behind the shadow. He is Rizzo. He saved Mika's life. Mika seems to know Rizzo from CCTV footage.
Rizzo then invites Mika to leave the place. Then back to the past memory. It was seen that Kiriko, who had run away, was able to be captured by Takeshi. Kiriko was then tied to a pole inside the ninja headquarters, and Ozunu ordered Takeshi to execute Kiriko. Takeshi, who knew there was a special relationship between Raizo and Kiriko, saw a cynical smile. He then stabbed Kiriko's heart and ended his life. In the car, Raizo says that ninjas are following them, hunting them based on their scent like a wolf. Mika then realized that Raizo should also be the one being chased by the Ozunu clan for some reason. Raizo then remembered his past when he first carried out his duties as an assassin. He was assigned by Ozunu to kill someone and took the gold watch in his hand. Inside the toilet, Raizo met the person and immediately stabbed the knife into the target's neck, but the target was too strong. He was still able to fight a fierce battle there, but with his abilities Raizo managed to kill the man and handed over the watch as proof that he had successfully completed his mission. On top of a building, Ozunu ordered to keep the watch as a reminder that he was an assassin. Then Ozunu ordered Raizo to execute a woman. He was a member of the clan who was also trying to run away just like Kiriko before. Instead of obeying Ozunu's orders, the fed-up Raizo instead swung his gun at Ozunu's face. The enraged Ozunu orders his men to kill Raizo. There was a fight between Raizo and the Ozunu ninja. Raizo looks helpless and is slashed by various ninja weapons. Raizo also fell from the top of the building. Raizo turns out to have a grudge against Ozunu. Raizo and Mika then entered an inn. Raizo told Mika to take a shower without soap and change her clothes. After finishing, Raizo brought a cigarette near Mika's body, so that his scent changed. Then they continued their journey. Mika then invites Maslow to meet in a hidden place. Raizo then senses something wrong and warns Maslow that as a result of his actions, many lives will fall. Mika looked confused, and soon there were a lot of soldiers from all sides electrocuting Raizo and arresting him. Maslow takes Mika and Raizo to a secret base and binds Raizo in a cell.
Mika is confused, asking Maslow for clarity. Maslow says someone in power ordered him to arrest Raizo. Maslow had no other choice but to obey. Maslow then gave Mika a tracking device. So if things happen that you don't want, Maslow can track Mika's whereabouts. Mika then approached Raizo and gave Raizo a few sips of mineral water. Raizo warned Mika that the ninjas already knew their current location. Mika then tells Maslow about the threat of the ninjas. Maslow and the heavily armed team take Mika's words lightly. Then suddenly the lights went out. Mika immediately ran towards Raizo. In the dark, the soldiers tried to find out what happened. Above, they were getting ready for the ninjas to attack the soldiers. One by one the soldiers fell and were attacked by ninjas moving in the dark. The ninjas were also seen attacking the soldiers near Mika. Then Mika took the cell key in the dead soldier's body and opened the chain that locked Raizo. Seen a shadowy figure entered Raizo's room just in time. When Raizo's hand was unlocked, he was able to finish off the nearby ninja. When Raizo and Mika walked out of the room, it was very quiet. Raizo then told Mika to wait and Raizo disappeared in the dark. The sound of fighting was heard, but the figure of Raizo was not seen, and then Raizo appeared and a ninja fighting Raizo managed to paralyze the ninja. In another place, Maslow struggles to save himself from the attacks of the ninjas. Raizo then told Mika to take the car that was in the parking lot. When Mika left, appeared dozens of ninja from behind the shadows. They also fought Raizo against dozens of ninja Ozunu clan. Raizo looks able to dodge every attack that exists. He kills the ninja one by one with the fighting ability of high-skilled ninja. Raizo is still able to survive. Then seen more and more ninja coming. Raizo, who was getting tired, looks hurt by the slash of Raizo's sword, jumping to avoid the attacks of the ninjas. In another place, Mika, who was already in his car, heard strange noises. Ninja knives always appeared through the windshield of his car. He also stepped on the gas pedal with panic on the street. Mika was blocked by a lot of ninja, and lucky Mika managed to escape out of the building. At Raizo's place, he who was injured tries to save himself and jumps out of the building. Raizo ran on the streets of Berlin, The ninjas were still chasing him. There was a fight in the streets and Ninja managed to tear Raizo's stomach. Raizo also fell. Then appeared Mika, hit the ninja. Mika then saved Raizo. Mika intended to take Raizo to the hospital but Raizo refused.
Mika then brought Raizo into an inn. Raizo lay helpless with wounds all over his body, and then from outside the inn Mika saw some shadows entering the room where Raizo was upside down. The next morning the police came armed with Mika's tracking device and only found Mika sitting alone. The ninjas brought Raizo. Go. In the Raizo box trying to restore himself with the abilities possessed by the Ozunu clan. The wounds closed one by one and Raizo arrived at the Ozunu clan headquarters. He is below before the clan leader Ozunu. Ozunu said, initially he prepared Raizo since childhood to be his successor to lead the clan. But now because of Raizo's actions, Ozunu intends to execute Raizo for humiliating the clan's good name. At night Raizo is seen tied to a pole preparing to be executed. Ozunu was seen pressing Raizo's stomach to torture him. Raizo vomited blood. Takeshi noticed that Raizo was carrying the tracking device which was given to Mika earlier. Then came the troops brought by Maslow and Mika came to save Raizo. Raizo was already waiting for them. Mika then untied Raizo. There was a battle between the military forces against the ninja. The ninjas seemed able to overcome the threat from the attacking army. Then Takeshi entered a room in which there was already a Raizo with 2 merchants ready to fight. Takeshi ordered 4 of his colleagues to attack Raizo. Then there was a high-level ninja fight. Raizo seemed able to overthrow them one by one. Then it's Takeshi's turn to fight Raizo. Takeshi looks pretty strong. They both fight between the flames. Raizo remembers that it was Takeshi who executed Kiriko. Raizo looks angry and attacks Takeshi repeatedly. The helpless Takeshi finally died at Raizo's hands. Raizo then walked over to Ozunu, and finally Raizo was able to face Ozunu directly. Ozunu looks able to disappear in the dark, and attacks Raizo from a direction he doesn't know. Raizo takes a sword and tries to fight Ozunu. There is a very fierce ninja fight between Raizo and Ozunu. Although even though it is full of wounds, Raizo still tries to continue fighting with Ozunu. When Raizo is about to attack, Ozunu is able to disappear again in the dark, and with his ninja speed Ozunu is able to take down Raizo. When Ozunu was about to stab Raizo, Mika shot him from behind. Raizo told Mika to run, but it was too late. Ozunu was seen disappearing in the dark and appeared behind Mika. Ozunu easily stabbed Mika right in the heart. Seeing Mika fall this time, Raizo with his ninja speed was able to disappear in the dark and attacked Ozunu repeatedly, until Ozunu's arm was cut off by Ozunu, who was helpless and then immediately executed by Raizo. Raizo was able to defeat Ozunu. Then Raizo heard Mika's heartbeat. Raizo carried Mika out of the building. Raizo told Maslow that Mika is fine. Mika has a special heart that is different on the right side of his chest, unlike humans in general.
Mika finally woke up. In the afternoon at the Ozunu clan hideout when the fire was out, Raizo was seen alone at the Ozunu headquarters. Raizo looked at the wall that Kiriko used to climb to escape. Raizo then followed Kiriko's footsteps climbing the wall. On the wall, Raizo saw a very beautiful view among the towering mountains. Raizo was finally able to breathe the air of real life, as Kiriko had promised, and ended this ninja assassin film plot, guys. At first I thought this film was just an ordinary ninja film. But it turns out that the actions and storylines that are presented are able to make our adrenaline fluctuate. It is recommended to immediately watch the film so that you can feel the sensation of the horror of the ninja. Guys, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the excitement that we present. Don't forget to like, comment and share, and sorry if there are wrong words, and I hope you guys are entertained with the content that I bring, and see you in the next content.